You're going to start heading towards the next season, the 25-26 season. I wanted to go ahead and start out here with showing you the other two European competitions. Excuse me. We had known that Nice had won the Europa League. The Conference League did indeed go to Chelsea. I'm hoping that's how it ends in real life. Fingers crossed. And as you saw already, the Champions League went to Atletico Madrid over Liverpool. So good for Atletico to get that. But we're going to go ahead and start getting ourselves ready for the next season as we look to add to the squad and begin preparations for the new challenges that lie ahead, including foray into Europe with the Europa League. And we'll see how the board feels about us after not hitting all their objectives. All right, cool. Well, the board's happy with me, and that's really all that matters. So we're going to move on to the next season as, we, like I said, look to strengthen the squad in the transfer market, see what kind of money we have there. And I'm not really sure who all we're going to bring in. I'm not really sure what positions we want to strengthen. But I do know that we'll be looking to bolster the squad as much as we can with, again, having European competition, a League Cup to defend, and an FA Cup to go and win. And that, I believe, is Ryan Fraser on his way out to Southampton. All right, let's see what they want from us this year. Sign 4 players in Youth Academy assigned to each of the positions. That's fine. Sign at least 2 players younger than 20 with potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. Make 2.5 million profit from youth player sales within 2 seasons. Fine. Finish, finish 4th this year. Yep, or at least 4th. I agree. Win the FA Cup. Win the Europa League. That's not even any type of high or critical or whatever. Yeah, that's that. 7 games without defeat in home matches. That's going to be interesting for us. Sign 3 players born in Asia. All right, well, that's interesting goals that the board has for us this year. So, let's see. 102 million. All right, 102 million pounds in terms of transfer budget this year. All right, and that's great. Let's see what players are available though. 600 million pounds, which is not bad. And we're just going to offer a flat million for him. See if that works. And they say yes, that's fine. We offered him over 400,000 over market value. Let's get him in to negotiate his contract. We'll probably send him out on loan, honestly. Prospect, yep, agreed. 4-year contract, that's fine. Yep, wasn't looking for a release clause either. And he's making 5,000. Well, we're gonna make this kid's day. We'll offer him double that with £1,000 signing bonus. Oh, he wants 20,000 with 175,000 signing bonus. We're gonna work on that. Okay. Well, they dropped the signing bonus down to 39,000. That's fine. Extremely weird. I was fine with the 100K, but all right. And Fang Lu or Fong Lu or Lu Fong, however you want to pronounce it. I am American and Goyish, and I don't know how to pronounce Asiatic names apparently. So there's that. But we're going to bring the kid in, 19 years old, £1 million fee, and that's going to leave us with, if I do the math properly, £100 million left. So, 19 years old, coming in from China. Like I said, he'll probably go right back out on loan. All right, Brighton want to do a player exchange for Tino Livramento. I don't necessarily want to do an exchange. It's nothing against a Dingra. I just don't have a use for him. Let me see who else they got. All right, I'm fine with that. Let's just see if we can get him for a little over market value here. And they say they'll take it. All right, well, Tino is free to go. And then we have a couple loan to buy options here for Joe White, Jamal Lewis, and Jamie Miley. Not really interested in loan to buys. There's a straight transfer from Kasim Pasa. See if we can get a little more out of that, which won't be a big deal. They want 1.2. See if maybe we can get a 10% sell-on clause. He's marketed value at 1.1. Maybe 1.6. 1.2 with 5% sell-on. You know what? That's fine. We'll just get him out of here. Not a big deal. I'm okay with that. So at the end of the day, Sasha Boy is our number one right back. If we can bring in a couple of youngsters and send them out on loan, that may be the way to go about this. So Cardenas, he is a free agent. That's not going to cost us any money in the transfer market. So if we can bring him in on a free, sporadic is fine. I have no problem with that. He's 18 years old. Let's see if we can get him for 5 years. They may not. Oh, they are okay with that. No release clause is fine, and his recommended wage is $32,500. We're just going to offer a flat 30 for the 10K signing bonus to see what he says, and he accepts it. All right. Well, our second signing of the year is Cardenas, a free agent, and I'll definitely take that. Not spending any of our transfer money, bringing in our second signing, and yeah, it should be an interesting for us. Again, he is going to be really a backup right back for us, possibly even a third string right back. He is not going to be not get too much playing time with Sasha Boy being our what am I trying to say, our first choice right back. Yeah, I figured they'd say that. But Royal Cardenas coming in. Uh, there we go. Sign at least one player more younger than 20 with a greater potential. Yeah, that's fine. That's where I'm stuck on, guys. 114 million for Alexander Isak. Whew. Dan Burn at 33 years old. Yeah, we're going to look to work out some of our players. 5.2 million to West Ham. I don't mind a player at that age. But we're going to negotiate that moving on. But we'll see if we can get some more out of it. We're going to propose a new fee, and we're going to ask 625 and see what they say. 5.4, and we'll see if we can counter. I'm already that far into it. 5.5, just see what they say. Just get another 100 grand out of it. And they take it, and Dan Burn is on his way to West Ham United. All right, so I looked at some center backs here. Really just trying to make the best option and get the best bang for our buck. Badiashile, the better of in terms of ratings of everybody at 79, but at the same time, a 79 rated 21-year-old Lucas Beraldo, Brazilian from PSG, 28 million. Alexandro from Lille, half the price, 4 years older. And I think we could probably get a good sell on really for Alexandro if we play it right. But a 21-year-old rated a 79. Let's see if we can bring him in and see what happens. And if we can get his market value is 28. Maybe see if we can get a little under market value and see what they say. They want 37.4. That's fine. So let's see if maybe we can meet in the middle. 30. See, I'll do 33 and see what we can do from there. And they say yes. I think that's a good deal. 33 million of our 100 million pounds that we have on Lucas Beraldo. He'll be an important player for us. I'm okay with that. I'm looking long term for him. 5 years, perfectly fine. 77.7 million pounds. That's fine. If I'm going to pay 33 million and they're going to do a 70, that's fine. I'll take a 77.7 million pound improvement clause. That's not a big deal. His salary. Perfect. Alrighty. Well, Geraldo from ESG coming in for 33 million pounds with a 77 million pound release clause. More than okay with that. Again, doesn't take a whole lot out of our transfer budget at the end of the day. I know that scoring goals was always sometimes, or was sometimes an issue, but we need to make sure we're playing well defensively as well and make up for the fact that Dan Burn is on his way out. So 33 million for Lucas Beraldo to be beside Sven Botman. I'm happy with that. All right, well, not the greatest, but I'll take it. A good price. That's fine. Best possible that 28 million. Not a big deal. So happy so far with the way that team is kind of shaping up here. So I think another player I'm looking to try and move on from. Well, Lacazzelle's probably out on his way out. Dan Burn is on his way to West Ham. But once I can find him, so Sean Longstaff, I've seen players around him that are a little bit better. We're going to go ahead and add him to the transfer list. I've seen some players that we're looking for that may be a better fit, bringing in. So if we can replace him with maybe like a Morgan Gibbs White or even a Liam Delap, because then we can move Delap to the wing and put Hutchinson up there up top. That could be an interesting setup that we have there. Even Joe Bellingham at 72, at 19 years old. You know what? We'll go try to see if we can bring in Joe Bellingham from Sunderland, if they're willing to sell to their most hated rivals. See if we can go just under market value. See what they say. Player exchange Lloyd Kelly and 60,000 pounds. You know what? I've been looking to move on from Lloyd Kelly as it is. We'll go ahead and make that exchange. Joe Bellingham for Lloyd Kelly. All right. Well, after we goofed up that on for Morgan Gibbs White and Liam Delap, looking at a couple other players. Again, Joe Bellingham is probably going to be on his way in after we do the negotiations with him. But Leandro Barrio Martins from Benfica, Paulo Bernardo from Celtic, and Hicham Budaawi. I probably goofed that all the way up. So those are three players I'm looking at bringing in. I think overall, Hicham may be the better of the three. But again, I think being 2 years younger, I can get Paulo Bernardo up to where we want him to be. So we'll go ahead and bring in Paulo Bernardo from Celtic. Maybe we can do like a loan to buy. Just kidding. We're going to go ahead and approach to buy him. So we're going to be smarter about it this time. And we're going to not offer 62 million. I'm not sure what in the world happened there. There we go. Weird transfer fee, but it's just over market value. And they want Lewis Hall and 7.2 million pounds. Now, I don't mind getting rid of Lewis Hall and bringing in a new left back, but that 7.2 is not going to fly with me. That's fine. We'll take that. Lewis Hall on his way to Celtic. And Paulo Bernardo could be on his way here to Newcastle United, which means now we will need to find ourselves a new left back. And you know what? I'm a fan of his. I've enjoyed his work, watching him. And in the league, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go right for Ryan Aït-Nouri, and we'll try to bring him in from Wolves. We're going to start just a million under market value. Oh, and they took it. Oh, all right, look at that. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and do our 3 negotiations for our 3 new players that we got here: Joe Bellingham, Paulo Bernardo, and Ryan Aït-Nouri. Sporadic. All right, that's no big deal. I should have done that to begin with. I want to have him here for the long term. That's what we're going to be doing, offering these big, long contracts. No release clause, not a big deal. You know what? I'll accept that right now. We'll just go ahead and move on. And we're going to go ahead and skip the graphics. Hope you guys don't mind. Joe Bellingham coming in from Sunderland. A swap for Lloyd Kelly plus 60,000 pounds. And a D. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. But Paulo Bernardo, another signing for us. Well, it looks like this. His agent's got more impressing things to do, which is why we're just going to go ahead and push our way through this. I did not mean to goof up on that. But we're not going to give him right now, I can assure you now, a bonus like that. But we'll accept that 350,000. There we go. And another new signing, Paulo Bernardo swap with Lewis Hall, and 5 million. I think honestly, look, I think we're getting some decent deals in this, honestly, um, as we look to develop the squad and get the squad better. Still have to find some youth players to bring in. That's fine. We're more than happy to do that. Yeah, right, Nor you're going to be a crucial player. Definitely be our new starting left back. Get him from Wolves. No release clause. That's fine as well. And he's on 56,000. We'll offer him that and a 200,000 pound bonus. I'm sure they're going to want more. And they took it. All right, no big deal. All right, well, welcome to Newcastle. Another new player, Ryan Aït-Nouri from Wolves for 28 million. When he's market value at 29, I'm happy with that. I could have saved myself 6.2. Get out of here. It's fine. So, yeah, I'm happy with those players that we brought in so far. Well, we're still looking to. Sorry, my controller's a little jacked up. Still looking at the transfer window. The board is happy with the players that we've signed, younger than 20 years old, so that's good. Still to sign 4 players from the youth academy, so we'll make sure we do that as well. So 2.5 profit from youth sales, and we can make that work as well. But regardless, yeah, the 3 players born in Asia thing, I gotta try to figure that out. You know who we're gonna sign. But the biggest, really, guys, the biggest question that we still have, Alexander Isak, 114 million from Juventus. That's a lot of money for a 25-year-old. I can take that money and I can turn it into a couple strikers, and that's nothing against Isak because he's, he was killing it for us last season. But it's not a healthy amount of money to turn down. Yeah, Tino's going to Brighton. Joe White is leaving. Dan Burn heading to West Ham. So we've made some changes, which I'm not terribly upset about. But again, it's just a matter of went too far there. Replacing um, Alexander Isak. So, we lost there with Liam Delap, which is fine, and then lost with Morgan Gibbs White, again, fine. So yeah, I'm gonna see if we're gonna negotiate it. I'm gonna see if Juventus will go a little bit higher, man. If I can get close to 160, 150, I'll take it. So let's just see what we can do. Here, let's propose a new fee and let's see what happens. Worst case, they say no, and I get to keep them. So they 114 plus 10% of a future sale. So I'm fine with removing that, but I'm not budging on his market value is on 81. I mean, again, that's a lot of money to turn down. I cannot stress enough. They said yes to 145 million pounds for Alexander Isak. Wow. So depending on his contract negotiations, what we'll do is we'll just send forward a couple days. 114 million. Isak is sold 145 million pounds. Dan Burn is gone. Livermento's gone. Joe White is not moving down. Moving on, that's fine. But they've allocated 137.5 million. Man, oh my gosh, guys, we have 150 million pounds. We're in Chelsea range right now in terms of money. So that's not what I wanted. I wanted office. Excuse me. So our transfer budget at this point, 201 million pounds. Let's talk to Inter Milan and see what they would be willing for Lautaro Martinez. 90 million pounds or 119 million. I don't know why I got that from. Um, so let's approach to buy. See what we can figure up here. And what I want to do, because it said I can get away with about 100 or 97 million. I'm just going to offer a flat 100 million and see what they say. They want 121. All right. So I'm going to see if they'll meet us in the middle. I did not mean to do that. That's all right. 121 million for Lautaro Martinez. That was a complete accident on my part. It is what it is. Let's see what we can do on the daggone it on the contract end. Oh, that was so stupid on my part. I feel like an idiot. It is what it is. 5-year deal. I'll keep him here till he's 32. No release clause is fine. He makes 185 million at Enter. I'm just gonna offer a flat 200 with 100 sign on, which I know they'll come back and counter and want more of a sign on bonus. They did not. Okay, well that's shock there. So Lautaro Martinez, 121 million after we sold Isak for 145. Biggest signing I've ever had in EA or FIFA, but I'll take that. So a huge swap, really, and it worked best for us at the end of the day. And we were able to, profit 20 million from that. So with still a little bit left over in the budget, bringing in someone else. But Lautaro Martinez is now here at Newcastle United, as we're going to push for Europa League glory this year and to push farther into the Premier League title race. So I'm happy with that. Livermento out for 23 million. Let's see how I did there. Okay. Oops. It's fine. Dan Burn, I think 5.5 really was the best I probably could have gotten from that. And it was. All right. Yay. Curious what they were going to say about Alexander Isak, though. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, all right. Well, that's fine. Yeah, we will be signing still a second striker. I think they're going to tell me I could have gotten a better deal, and I wanted to meet them halfway to 110, but it is what it is. Again, he's here. He'll be up front with um, Dom Solanke. It's fine. Best possible deal was 90. There's no way that I was going to get 91 million for him. I assume it's Kyle. I'm not Canadian or French, so I don't know. But yeah, like I said, bringing him in for a third as a third striker. Maybe we can loan him in for the year, just for the year as a third striker. Um, I'm okay with that doing 1 year. Yeah, and we'll see if we can split the wages 50-50 with Mallorca. I'm sure they'll try to come back. No, no. All right, cool. So I'm all right with that. I think, yeah, I think it's a good idea there. Why we try to cultivate a new striker here at the club, but bringing him in as a backup is good. So I'm happy there. Kind of keep an eye on the rest of the players over the course of the transfer window here. Again, I think we've brought in a decent amount of players. Um, that's not what I wanted. So, yeah, Raul Cardenas, Lautaro Martinez, Ryan Nori, Paulo Bernardo, Job Bellingham, Lucas Baraldo, Fong Lu, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and with a possible eighth coming in with Kyle Lauren. Again, I'm happy with that. I think we're gonna have a good squad set up, good squad depth. Um, again, really hated in a sense to part ways with Alexander Isak, but and again, I couldn't turn down that kind of money. It would have been impossible to turn it down. Um, Especially with having this young Louis Hayward. I don't know why I keep doing this. Sorry, everyone. Being someone I want to get a lot of game time from, and Fong Lu being a good young striker. I want to see if we can cultivate Justin Clivert into a striking role. Um, but overall, yeah, I'm happy with that. May want to upgrade the right midfield, but wanting to see what we can do with Amari Hutchinson. But again, other than that, I can't really complain too much about the squad that we have. I think I think we got a good setup here so far as we look to like I said, just keep pushing forward um, in the league. We're going to try and push forward and win the Europa League. That's really will be my big goal, and to finish top four. Um, so yeah, again, I'm happy, and I think now it's just a matter of getting us into the beginning of the season when it looks like in 4 weeks' time we will start our campaign away to Chelsea. Let's look at our opening matches that we're going to have. Away to Chelsea, at home to Manchester United, away to Tottenham. So baptism by fire within the first month of the season. And it's not going to get all that easier. Home, away, home, Bournemouth, Manchester City, and Fulham. So yeah, that's guys. Like I said, I think I'm happy with the squad. So that's going to end the preseason, and I look forward to beginning the new season with everybody. Um, Here is, I believe it is Isak. Again, that's a tough sight to see. I know if anyone follows us, that's a Newcastle United fan, is probably not going to like this. But 145 million pounds, and then turning around and spending 120 million of that, 137 that they allocated to me on Lautaro Martinez. Um, I think it's a good bit of business for someone who um, is only a couple years older, but 90 rated overall compared to the 86 that Alexander Isak is. Um, So yeah, guys, that's where we're going to go ahead and end the episode, and we'll start the next one with the match away to Chelsea. Appreciate you guys stopping by as always.